Last year we just had to get the roots down. It was a whole different playbook for us, offense and defense, with new coaching staff, and that really set our tone. Is now everyone starting of this summer really has everything down a lot quicker.
From the outside looking in, the curb appeal of West Hancock football in 2024 is in fact a bit deceptive. This is, after all, a program that has struggled mightily in recent years to be competitive. It's one that's once again coming off just a one-win season, and it's one that suffered a bit of a PR hit this offseason, with a couple of key pieces from last fall opting to walk away from football entirely to concentrate on other sports. Now, that may sound like the very opposite of whatever program momentum is supposed to be, but inside ranks, the Titans to a man are convinced that a corner has been turned and that the dog days are mercifully over.
2 years ago, my sophomore year, we were losing every game by 30, 35, whatever it was. Last year, they were all one-score games.
And we haven't seen that, here in a few years. Obviously, we're not satisfied with that. But, I think that is something to build on. Offensively, we score one more touchdown. Defense, we get another stop. I think a lot of those games can go our way. And, I think these kids know that, and they're going to bring it.
Our second half stats were so much better than our first half stats last year. And, I think we just need to come out with a lot more intensity.
Moreover, this is a group that is keenly aware of its own identity and who they need to become to get where they want to go in the football realm. Now, despite what was graduated and what was lost, West Hancock's skill position talent remains on paper eye-popping. But for the Titans to springboard forward as an offense, the turning point translates to better work in the trenches.
Like I've told, our offensive line from the day one of summer workouts is, in order for a football team to be successful on the offensive side of the ball, they have to have a solid O-line. That's the foundation of everything, and I think they took it to heart. We got a lot of numbers at the offensive line, both JV and varsity, and they're working. So right now, it's going to be tough to hammer down the starting lineup with just, the ability that they're bringing and the energy that each and one of them are bringing.
They have a lot more intensity than they did last year, and we have a lot of bigger guys that want to come out, and they're competing with each other right now.
There's a lot of juniors that are going to make a big step, and Ryan Horn, Apollo, Jess Scott. I think Jess Scott will be really good for us. And Ryan Horn especially. Ryan Horn was hurt. He got hurt last year, I think weeks 2 or 3. He got hurt earlier in the year with an ankle or, I don't know, something in his leg. And he was out, but that hurt. But he's back, and he's a big kid that can move weight and can move bodies. He'll be a big part of this. And then we also have Braxton Scott, who's me and him are the only 3-year starters on this team, and it's just I think he's leading them down there.
And even more so about this team's ability to finally make stops, something that has been a consistent bugaboo for the program over the course of the last decade. And in that regard, defensive improvement in West Hancock is less this season a referendum on talent than it is on resolve.
We couldn't stop the run. They ran the ball down our throats, and we couldn't do anything about it. But we have some bodies, we have some kids that want to be here.
We stop the run, we're going to be successful. I'm a firm believer on that. And I also believe, like I said, our offensive line, our D-line, we got the numbers now. We kind of lacked it last year a little bit. Our linebacker play last year was pretty solid. We got to replace those, but if our D-line can get a push up front and we can stop the run, we're going to be successful.
But Coy Dorothy is quick to bet on that aspect of the character of his roster.
This senior group I've been with, as when they were JV kids, I was with them. At the varsity level, I've been with them, and they kind of know that. Their expectations for themselves are very high, and they're not going to go down without a fight, and they expect to win.
Right, go.